Welcome back to Developers Home, and here we are continuing with data engineering problem 2. In earlier video we have discussed and solved first part, which is getting all the employees from marketing department and order them based on highest to lowest salary. Now our second problem is regarding provide a count of employees in each department with the department name. So we already have this all the data loaded into our PostgreSQL. Tables are also there, and this is the previous query which we use. And now this time we need department and then number of employees. So we first consider department as a table. So I will use this one, but here I will give first priority to department. So if I do this here from department as a department, so I will do department and left outer join on employees. So this is, and again we have same key, so I can use same thing here. I will go via this. So this is our query which is joining these two tables, and now we'll just execute this. So this will be providing information based on department, that we have this department, and with that department we have these are the employees. So what we need is we just need department name. So what we'll do is a department name, and then we need count of employees. So I can use count of ID also, so which will be like as employees in department. Okay, and as we learned earlier, if we are using any aggregate function, we need to provide group by, and we need to pass all the columns with which we need this data. So we'll use here group by, and in that we'll pass department name because we need this data with department. So now if I do this and execute, so this will be giving me a department name and number of employees in each department. So earlier you know that we had a query which is like only giving marketing department data. So in marketing we had 8 employees, so this is showing as a correct results. So you can also use ID. Instead of ID you can use like star, which is like that all the rows here we know that ID is a unique for all the employees, and that's why we did ID. But if you think that you only have first name and last name, and there is a chances that 2 employees is having same name, in that scenario instead of ID you can use star, so which will be like considering all the columns. So this is also same result. So we have solved this using SQL. Now next thing is to solve using PostgreSQL. Solve using Apache Spark. And Apache Spark we are solving this as a two ways. First using PySpark function, and second is using Spark SQL. So as earlier we did, we'll just create this Spark session, and I have already created, so this might be starting on 4041. Yeah, so if I go here and check localhost 4041, so I will have this session here ready. Meanwhile I will be loading this all the data. So this is loading employee salary data. This job is currently running. If you go here you will see here dot, it means this is running, and when it's executed it will be converted into circle. So if I go here it will be showing that okay, that job is currently running, which is loading data into here. This is problem 2, and let it just finish, and once it is finished we can go there and check that okay, this is currently loaded. So now it's creating stage, and this is finished now. So we should have entry here which is showing that okay, this is complete, and now this is loading data which is still running, and this is done now. We'll go and print schema. We'll see this data which we have already seen in our last session. Loading department data, as we need department data. This is done. Now I am loading this schema, and just we'll see what are the data is there. So now we have done same exercise as we have done last time. Also again we are doing one more same exercise, which is joining this two table based on department ID. But the only thing is we are first considering here department, and then employee, because here we need data with reference to department. So now doing this join, and now this is running, this is executed. So we have in a one data frame employee department name, employee's department name, and employee's name. So now next thing is we use group by function, and group by will pass department name. Why we need to use group by? Because we are using aggregate function which is count. So now I am doing count, and here I am using group by. So if I execute this one, I will be having department name and I will having count. So this is the same result which we have got into PostgreSQL. So this is how you know that we solve this problem using Apache Spark SQL Spark functions, and now we'll be solving using Spark SQL. And for to solve problem in Spark SQL, we need to create this temporary table. We have created that. We'll just execute select query on top of them, and we'll see that okay, we have this data in temporary table. And to solve this problem using Spark SQL, you see I am just copying this from PostgreSQL. So if I go here in PostgreSQL, I have this query. If you copy that query and put it here, I have same query here, and now just changing this department with temp department, because I am having this table with name temp department, and same way temp employee. If I execute this, I will be having this same result which we had here. So this is we solve using PySpark, and this is we solve using Spark SQL. So yeah, this is how we solve this problem 2. In next video we'll be solving one more problem. Till then, thanks for watching video. See you.